Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mask and Cowl. That is Ben. I'm Justin. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing all right, just been going through some things. My football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, unfortunately had their season ended on Sunday. We had a fantastic season. It just so happened that we played against the Terminator, the cyborg himself, Josh Allen, and he put belt to you know what, and it was just unbelievable. So I'm a little sad by that, but overall, I'm okay. I'm alive, and I guess more free time because no more football for me. What about you? What you been up to?
Not much. Just been playing some games, trying to get into a little bit more relaxing stuff. I've been playing
Yeah,
the first Hades on my Switch lately, so I've been trying to get into that game. It's
I'm
kind of
just
difficult though.
now re I'm just now also replaying Red Dead. I got it for Christmas, so
Oh,
Red Dead
nice,
2.
nice. I
I
still
just
have
wanted
never.
to
Well,
get
I've
back
played like
into
the
it.
first hour of that like three times, and I keep falling off. I need to just
It's so
sit down
good.
and play it. Um, I tend to not like Rockstar games very much. They don't do it for me, but I need to try. I need to like just
It's
sit
also
down and
because
try.
it's cowboys. Like it's just so
Yeah.
good.
Well, yeah, I think that's part of why I can't get it, but I can't get into GTA either. I don't know. We'll see.
I never
I
played
think
it.
I'm gonna try GTA with the new one with six coming out later this year. Hopefully. We'll see if it doesn't get delayed
I
again.
don't know about that.
I mean, it's been delayed like seven times, so like it could be delayed again.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like, come on, like I don't
I
know.
wonder how many Avengers movies we've gotten since the first delay.
The the delay. I don't know if we've had any since the first delay. But how many Avengers movies have we gotten since the last GTA? All of them, I think. Like,
That's what I was thinking.
because they did have Red Dead between Red Dead Two, so it's not that like they were waiting between. Like they did Red Dead Redemption Two between the games, so it's been 7 or 8 years, which is a long time for a game development, but it hasn't been the like 15 or 20 since GTA Four. But
Yeah,
um,
okay.
yeah, but yeah, I'm really enjoying some games right now, having a good time. Trying to go back play some older stuff too. Trying to play more on my Switch, get some use out of it because I'm just getting too like mentally frustrated with some of the games that I'm playing on my PlayStation, and that's what I play most of the time. But yeah, yeah. You mentioned your team got knocked out. My team also got knocked out apparently, but I was boycotting them this year. You can see my Panthers flag back there. Panthers fan. They're
Tell
terrible.
them what happened.
They've been terrible. What? What do you mean?
Tell them what happened. Why did they lose?
I don't even know. I haven't been watching this season.
You you watched a little bit of this game.
Oh yeah, I was boycotting, and I was at the mall on Saturday night when they were playing the Rams, and there was a store that had the TV, and I didn't even go in the store. I just saw the TV on the opposite wall from me while I was walking by the store, and I happened to notice, oh, it's tied 17-17 with against the Rams. I was like, good for you guys, you know. Like, but I was like, I mean, you made it to the playoffs, but I watched the first game of the season and didn't watch another one because I was like, I'm boycotting you
You
guys.
doomed
You
them.
guys suck. I hate you, but I don't. But like also, I'm not doing it this year. And they managed to get into the playoffs. And I was like, good for you guys. But like, I'm also superstitious, So I'm like, I got to keep. I'm not gonna watch them at all this year, whatever. But I did see when it was like 17 all. But I got like 5 seconds of it maybe. But
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
your
So it's
fault.
probably my fault. Yeah, but that's fine. They didn't deserve it. They scraped in. Although
Yeah.
to be fair, um, I would have liked to have known that they knocked the Rams out of the playoffs because I know of a few Rams fans that just would have been funny. So
It would
yeah,
have been funny.
it would have been funny. Especially like some people who were there from out of town would have been hilarious. Uh, anyway, but yeah, there's not much going on for me sports wise. This is a little bit of a just side thing, but we got like kind of random stuff to talk about today. But I want to get into hockey. Kind of want to get into hockey. Um, Hockey's like a game that I think I would like.
Like, are you talking about like playing a hockey video game, or are you talking about like
No,
what,
like
like actual?
like having a hockey team. Apparently, the Hurricanes are
Okay,
really good. Um,
I think they are.
they're Carolina team. Um,
I, there. I mean, listen. I'm big into football, and I used to be really big into basketball. I'm still into basketball, but not.
I like
I
playing it.
haven't been watching.
I can't care about
Yeah,
watching it.
basketball is such a frustrating game because it's such a much more athletic based, lower IQ game. Not, I think high IQs like the Warriors, what they used to be, and the Spurs, like that was great. Not to go on this whole tangent, but like it's a very frustrating game for me to watch because I'm like, you cannot like let that guy get to that spot, whatever, when you're down by this amount, just stupid things that I'm like, come on, get some awareness. So haven't really watched much this year, but I tried to get into baseball and I tried to get into hockey.
Can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I don't know. Part of it, I think, for me, honestly, with the hockey thing specifically, was there's a really funny
Shorzy.
Shorzy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
man, I like Letterkenny. Letterkenny's like something like we've watched now like 2 or 3 times. I think my wife and I. It's just a fun thing to go back and binge or whatever. And I like that one more than Shorzy. But we finally picked up Shorzy after our most recent rewatch of Letterkenny, and there's a lot of heart in that show. Like it's still like I don't recommend it for everybody or whatever because it's still, a very mature show. But that like it, I think I want to say it's like the season 3 finale of Shorzy is the best sports like fictional media like movie or show I've ever seen. Like the season 3 finale of Shorzy hit me harder than any other. Like it is peak. It's absolute peak.
Dude, Mighty
and
Ducks
that
is fantastic.
it's good. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Oh, speaking of also like just obscure sports stuff though. My wife has been rewatching Friends. It's like one of her big comfort shows or whatever. I've never gotten into it. Never been able to get into Friends.
Me neither.
I have started like poking in for episodes here and there, or like I'll be playing my Switch, like laying in bed next to her while she's watching it or whatever. And so like I'm not binging it with her or whatever, but I'll see like 2 or 3 episodes every other night or whatever, while she's watching it. I'm kind of starting to like it. Not gonna lie, like it's decent for what it is or whatever. There's certain characters I actually do really like. There's certain characters I really do not like. So it's just kind of a mix. But one of the guys, Joey, or whatever, I'm like, man, he's just such a familiar looking character. And I mean, it's Ed. Yes, Ed was before Friends. I think I was looking into it or whatever. I think it was actually before. I'm like, he did Ed before, or maybe it was like during, but it was like early during, because like the timeline might have been like it started and ended with Ed. But yeah, he was in Ed, and my wife has never seen Ed, and I need to find it. It's not on anything.
Yeah.
It's a really
He's
obscure.
probably trying to bury it.
It's a really obscure movie. That's a fun movie. That's a fun family movie.
It is,
man.
Remember the MVP movies? Remember there was like 2 or 3 of those where it was like the monkey playing hockey.
Primate? Most valuable primate.
He was playing
very
hockey and then
little.
he was skateboarding.
Man, like there's like a whole like genre of like weird obscure sports family movies, but then like animal specific ones too. Yeah, because you got all the Air Buds and the Air Buddies and all that stuff.
Golden Receiver.
But even the Like Mike movies. The Like Mike movies
Yes.
are kind of good. Like they're like it's something that like it's not like a great movie, but like if in like a bargain bin, like the $5 bins that Walmart used to have, where they just have like piles of, if you got those, like those would be like a jewel from that pool. They'd be like good in comparison to everything else in
though.
there.
Yeah.
Like they're like a fun. They're not good movies, but they're like a fun
Yeah.
time. Especially the second one. The second one's just kind of because it's more like loose. It's like street ball. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I do.
And they got more personalities in that one. I mean, they'd be jewels because it'd just be them and a bunch of Nicolas Cage movies probably in the $5 bin.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You don't like
the first
Nicolas
one,
Cage? I like Nicolas Cage.
I do like Nicolas Cage. I was saying like the dudes in like
some of the worst movies of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the scenes of him in the Gunslingers movie that came out?
No, I haven't heard of that.
He's got a accent like this. He's some preacher guy or something.
I used to see the clips of him with the bees, the helmet on all the time.
Not the bees. Not the bees.
Yeah. Man.
I love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's a fantastic movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, it's so
good. It's one of his best.
Yeah.
National Treasure's awesome.
Oh yeah, the big fan of National Treasure. I wish when Disney Plus said they were doing a National Treasure show, I can't believe they didn't get him back for that.
I know.
Like
I never even
I
watched it.
didn't watch it either because I was like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. Like at some point I think I'll watch it, but I don't know. I haven't been in a rush.
Yeah.
Speaking of watching stuff, though, I think we both said that you watched some movies from 2025 over the week, and I watched something else.
Before we do that, do
Okay.
you want to get off your chest?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
You had
Okay.
some
All
thoughts.
right.
Now,
Yes.
guys, listen. We know you guys are done with Stranger
Yeah. We've
Things.
talked a lot
So
about
are
Stranger
we.
Things already.
We've done a lot. We're gonna move on from the subject, but Justin has
Unless there's any like major news, this is going to be it for the foreseeable future. Unless anything,
might be forever.
maybe, but
Maybe, probably not. Anyway, he's gonna give a spiel. I am, for the sake of the podcast, I will not really rebut. I'll probably just say I disagree. And
there's a few things that I got to ask you about or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, you like season 4, right?
Yeah.
But I assume you hate the season 4 finale. Where they use Max's bait, they go in there,
I thought
Vecna's all tied
could
up.
have been better. I think the season 4 finale could have been better.
But I assume you hate it,
But
right?
the thing is, huh?
But I assume you hate it, right?
I don't hate it, but in my expectation, I'm also thinking this is crescendoing into something for season 5.
Uh-huh. So my question is, where are the Demogorgons?
Well, they're not in the abyss there, are they?
But okay, one thing that like okay, so I rewatched the season 5 finale. This is like what all this is coming to. On the worst way possible, because I had seen it in theaters and I was like, okay, yeah, that probably hampered my experience or like hyped up my experience a little bit. And I would agree. I'd probably say it added like at least a full point, maybe 1.5 to my score or whatever. I think I gave it like a 9. I'd probably give it an 8 still, regularly. So I watched it in the worst way possible over the course of like 3 or 4 breaks from my work job or whatever on my phone. Just give it the worst viewing like way I could possibly think to do it or whatever, just to see if it would change my opinion on it. There was certain things I have major problems with or whatever. I really like. I've never been a big fan in general of like Eleven's character. I don't like how her ending goes or whatever. Especially Mike's ending more so. Eleven's, I don't mind it being ambiguous, but Mike just gets royally screwed over. And I've been on record for saying that. I think that Mike is the only person who really I do not like his ending. I like the writer part and everything. I hate that he just gets screwed. And that's even more cemented, I think, because after rewatching this, I am 100% certain Elle is still alive. I'm just going to go on record. There's so many things. There's so many scenes that like set up her not sacrificing herself. Like there's so many like purposefully written and directed scenes that like set that up, whereas ones that would set her up to be like the whole every time it's like referenced or like any setup for it, it's like the beginning of the episode she's planning or leaning towards at least sacrificing herself, but every single scene that they do to set up through the entire finale, so I'm like, there's no way they do all that clearly. And like I think you mentioned this, and you're absolutely right. What they're doing, they're just setting up so that and like 10 years later they can bring these people back for like a special anniversary event or something. So my major flaws, even with the rewatch, is a lot of L stuff, which I think gets better by the end, but it's still not great. But the first half of the finale, I'd say the L stuff is very weak. And I'd say that is my biggest problem with it. I don't mind the Demogorgon thing. But the thing I have with the Demogorgons, there's I 100% agree with everyone who's saying that the Duffer Brothers like dropped the ball with missing stuff or whatever. I just don't think it's as big of a deal as a lot of people are making it out to be. If it is to you personally, that's fine. Not you specifically, but like to anyone out there and you. I know that that's like a big thing for you. For me, it's not, and I don't think I need to really defend like why it's not. I think that it can be an issue for you, or it doesn't have to be. It's really just like a personal preference thing, because like I think that there's a lot of assumptions that people are making, and myself included, when it comes to the Demogorgons and all that. Because for one, especially on rewatch, The Mind Flayer is absolutely not dead. I think the Mind Flayer is going to be an overarching antagonist in their world that they're building with the spin-offs and everything. Like, I think either the Mind Flayer or like the race of the Mind Flayer, or wherever the Mind Flayer comes from, whatever the deal is, because the Mind Flayer, like, Stranger Things is not about beating the Mind Flayer. I kind of wish it was, but like, it's Vecna. Vecna is and the Mind Flayer maybe is like the overarching of the whole franchise or whatever. Whereas Vecna is the Stranger Things antagonist. It's about Vecna, and from that perspective, I think it's good. The Demogorgon thing, though, like, I feel like I've heard you say this. I was under this impression, but now that upon thinking about it, I don't know why I was under this impression, and I think it might have just been that, like, this is what everyone talks about and what everyone's under the impression of. It's never actually, like, shown or stated or anything like that. That, like, okay, you have the Abyss world or whatever, and that's where the Demogorgons are actually. And I know you don't even like this because you prefer them being from the Upside Down. It doesn't matter to me, but that's fine. That's a valid gripe for you just to have personal preference wise. But the like, people are like, shouldn't they just be Demogorgons everywhere because it's their home world? We don't actually know that that's their home world. It's like, it's me, like, kind of playing defense a little bit or devil's advocate for the Devils, but at the same time, I think it's just the fact that, like, we just don't know. Like, the Demodogs, we don't see any Demodogs anywhere else. We don't see them except for season 2. The only time they make Demodogs is when they come out of a human host, which is Will. So Demogorgons there could just be a handful of them, not a handful, but like a small amount of them or whatever, that were made by the Mind Flayer in the Abyss out of something else or whatever. Like, we don't know. Like, we never see when Vecna goes there, like, originally, or Henry or whatever. I think we see one, and they could have even retconned that, but I think there's like one Demogorgon that you see, like, walking around like a mountain landscape or whatever in the Abyss. You know, you never see, like, oh, that's populated with them or whatever. It could be that this is just something that, because the Demogorgons are clearly similar to the Demodogs, and we see where Demodogs come from, and almost like an alien type deal where, like, the host makes what they are or whatever. The Demogorgons could just be something that the Mind Flayer has made out of something else, in which case there might not be a lot of them. So, I mean, there's all that. There's a lot of like things that, like, don't bother me because there could be actual things for them.
So I think what you're saying, keyword could be valid.
Yes, and it is there. They should have answered
it's
that.
On the fault of the writers.
Yes, no, I agree. But,
and you see, I know I've sent you the clip of the one guy, not even I don't think he's a Duffer brother. He's saying, like, he's talking to them about the finale. He's like, it would be crazy to me if there's no Demogorgon. Like, are we not gonna have Demogorgons or Demobats there? Like, that would be crazy to me. And
yeah,
Duffer guy's just like,
I feel like the Demobats are like season 4's Demodogs. Like,
yeah.
Like,
listen, okay, well, let's be
I don't care about the other stuff, but Demogorgons, sure. But we don't really need all the bats and all the dogs. We don't need everything. But we could have used more Demogorgons for sure. But I don't think it's as big of a deal. And also, I don't know anyone complained about this in season 4. And it's like, if anything, it'd be a knock against season 4, or like it would be another knock against season 5, because, like, the season 5, like, plan that they have against Vecna is very similar to what they did at the end of season 4, where he's, like, trapped and he's, like, not expecting them to attack him or whatever. It's the same, like, loose idea, it's just on a bigger scale.
I remember watching season 4. Yeah, I remember watching season 4 in the finale, and this was also during the time when people were like, somebody's got to die. Somebody's got to die. Who's going to die? And so I'm watching Jonathan, Nancy, and Steve, go into Vecna's house. And I remember their walk there. I'm like, I don't know how you guys are all chatting it up and acting so chill right now. Like, there is probably, like, a Demogorgon running around here. And I'm like, every time they're walking around, I'm like, why are they so, like, relaxed about this? Like, I'd be like head on a swivel. And you're right. It is disappointing there's none there. In that case, I'm kind of in that case. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of the finale. I didn't like how a lot of the stuff played out. But in that case, like I said, I was trying to give benefit of the doubt in terms of their building to something big. and I just didn't like what they were
I guess
doing.
my well, like that's kind of what I've been saying the whole time was that like I think people had written in their head what should happen or had too high of expectations or whatever. And even with that, I think that it met a lot of the finale met a lot of them, but there was just some things that it didn't. And I mean, it could have met a lot of them or whatever, but like at the same time, like it's fine. But a lot of that also speaks, like you said it, um, like no main person died, no like it's the same thing throughout all of them. Like if you look at the whole series, no main character dies in the entire
You can
series.
And listen, you don't have to kill a main character, but the thing is, you cannot, in my opinion, if you do that, you can't put them in comically stupid, dangerous situations. And then if they live, you're just like, well, that's stupid. Like with Lucas, Robin, and is her name Vicky in the
Vicky,
laundromat,
I think. Yeah.
laundry room? Like, I'm sorry, that's stupid. That is stupid. And that's an example of where you put them in a situation where these demodogs have been like
Oh, there is
mowing through
Demodogs in
people.
4. I forgot about there is Demodogs in 4. Yeah, or
I
5.
don't
I
remember
mean,
that.
5. I mean, yeah,
But
yeah. What you're talking about?
they're mowing through people. They get in that room and they start walking.
Yep.
And so they can't see their shoulders, I guess, next to the machine, and then they can't
Yep.
hear the music playing. Like to me, that's a comically stupid situation you're
Yeah.
using to
No.
create
Yeah.
tension and pay
But
homage to Jurassic Park. And that's
yeah,
where
and I like
you don't
I.
have to I don't have to get mad about deaths, but don't give them stupid situations where they should die.
Yeah, and I
And
no,
now,
and I agree with you about that scene. Like I think that scene is one of the that's one of the most like infuriating scenes for me in the thing. Even though like I love the Jurassic Park homage and everything clearly, but like I'm 100% on board with you with that scene or whatever. I haven't seen anyone else complain about that scene, which is weird. Everyone
yeah, I
else
know.
like see to
I'm
me,
like, what are we?
but yeah, like to me, that's like with the like it
Yeah.
like to me that's the thing. Like some things just don't bother some people.
You know what it kind of
Whatever.
reminds me of? I think a lot of people are very casual, kind of like the end game viewer, some of the end game viewers who they might not have even watched the whole season and might have just tuned in for the finale with their friends or whatever and watched it. And they're just like, oh my gosh, these teenagers are fighting this giant monster. There's no way they wouldn't die. And like they haven't seen the rest of the show and they can't really, point to stupider stuff.
Yep.
Kind of like people watch Endgame, like, yeah, it was a good movie, but it's very overrated. It's like, well, this isn't 20 years of your
Yeah.
childhood, so.
Just speaking of that scene. That scene is really like just super well done in Jurassic Park 1. That
Oh
same
yeah.
scene, like that scene, that's
So
so much
good.
better because they're being quiet and it's just they're right there and just like it's just so
Imagine,
well done. That scene is so good.
imagine if there was across from them something shiny metal to do that same thing where the dim dogs run into it.
Oh, because they see him or whatever. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the reflection. See, that would be a little better.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like
I
the
guess that would have been a
that
straight
part,
rip off, but still, yeah. But other
and to
people
be
have done the
honest, in the
same thing.
finale, it's not where we're saying like, oh my gosh, this mind flayer should have killed the giant mind flayer monster should have killed one of them. We're not saying that in that we're saying like the writing of the finale should have given us a better sense of tension and risk because like no, honestly, I didn't feel like any of them Nancy got in that little ravine where it was like a little bit where it's just like, oh, she's about to get crushed. To me, the most dangerous spot was Steve and Dustin underneath poking up.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like, I
what
don't
if
know
it
how.
fall? Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I know, I'm like, you're
I have to
that's the
purposefully not think about that scene too much because I'm like that. You guys almost died.
that's the only one where I'd be like, they probably should die in this scene. But there's no way they're gonna kill him like that because there's no drama to that death.
Yeah, yeah. But again, I mean, and we're both in agreement that after the stuff, like all the wrap up, the
It's beautiful.
it's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I agree. It didn't like make me it didn't hit me nearly as hard this time, but I still really really liked it.
Did you notice this time how I said before where like it felt like they were taking hours to get to Vecna's lair? Like it was like the
I did.
longest.
Well, I kind of did. But like because I kept that in mind and I was like, okay, yeah, I see what he's talking about here. Like if I wasn't
It was
looking
like
for it though,
always
it's
same
always like
distance
a
away.
little bit, yeah. There's only like three. I
Problem.
think there's only like three scenes like that. But yeah, it is a thing. But I think also like the timeline of this does kind of jump around a bit. Like it's like here's what's happening with these people, and now like when you go to this other person, this is actually like 20 minutes ago or whatever, or like an hour ago. Like so like it's not like this is happening and then this is happening and then this is happening. It's like whatever you bounce around, you're kind of like rewinding time to that. And then like you start seeing where everything kind of comes together when Elle shows up. I absolutely agree. We should have seen Elle do the jumps with the rocks. Again, it's another problem I have with the Elle stuff. Um, I yeah,
Especially since they, what's crazy is they build it up in the season. Like they
but
show, it's
nothing
one of those
like
things where it
that
shows at the
though.
beginning.
And
Huh?
nothing like that. Like the jumps that she makes when the trial thing is not like people keep saying that, but it's like that. The jumps between those rocks are drastically different, and I'm like that would have been
That's
like
why
that
it
would have
would
been
have
a
been
feat
cool.
exactly. That would have been a feat to
Yes.
show us to be like this is her being a superhero because up until now she's been a very like and this is always my problem with Elle I think is that she's always been like when you have these very Stephen King-esque like ESP kids or characters or whatever who do stuff, they're very like just a little bit of stuff. Or like let me strain to lift a truck or whatever after like 10 years of practice, whatever. Like
Yeah.
and I understand that you don't like I like keeping them somewhat grounded to where uh like most of the time it's still a struggle or whatever. Maybe they get better at what she does, but like I want to with characters like this I want to see some like feats or I want to see them push it or whatever, which they do, but like
Want to
Elle
feet?
doesn't really push herself like FEATS. Elle doesn't really like push herself power wise in this season, which kind of bugs
No.
me. Like other times, like in season 4, it's great because like when she just like goes, she ends up opening the portal and like sending Henry through it, and that's like an epic scene. I had the same similar like this is like my main problem. One of my biggest problem out of like the 50 of them with the Flash movie is that you have this speedster, and like it takes place after Justice League, in which Justice League he's already gone back in time. He's already like tapped into Speed Force a little bit and gone back in time to do the I think in the Snyderverse, like he
Yeah.
saves the world or whatever.
That's yeah.
Which is that's like the best part of the movie. That's pretty epic.
But that's the Snyder cut, not Joss Whedon.
Well, that's a good one. But yeah,
Yeah, but that's not canon.
the Snyder cut is the canon. The Whedon one's not the
No,
canon.
it's not.
I think the Snyder cut's
Yeah,
canon.
it is.
I don't think Whedon's canon. Anyway, not important. But in the Flash movie, he's already done that. So you at least need to do that and then like he taps into the Speed Force and does the bubble thing. You've seen the Flash, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So like he does
Very overhated.
he does. I don't know. I think it's underhated. I think it needs a lot more hate.
No, it's okay.
It's not. It's like a 6.5, which I guess would be okay. Sure.
I think it's a 7.
I don't think it's a 7. But like the most like impressive feat that he does is tapping into the Speed Force, where he's in like the ball with the stuff going on, and he does that at almost the beginning of the movie when he flashpoints everything, and he has to do it again at the end. But like to me, if you have like a character who is like that kind of like power related
To
character,
show me something.
you have to step it up at the end. You have to do something else.
Yeah. To me, it didn't bother because it was like
Like let me
the
do
movie
something at the
wasn't really
beginning.
about showing. It wasn't a Flash versus bad guy movie. It was a Flash versus himself and the powers that he has. So to me, that didn't bother me too much.
I feel
If it
like
was
he's gotta like push himself beyond. Like I feel like that Snyder cut like that thing in the Snyder cut does the Flash like it does that character trope that it should be doing better than anything else does in the Flash movie. But
Yeah, I mean,
that's just a whole other side tangent. But yeah, like that's
yeah, I'm
like,
not gonna
I
go
think
into
Elle
it. I would
needs
have
to do
thoughts, but I'm not gonna go
something
into it.
else. I think that Elle would need to do something else that we like. Even the jumping would have been something like they didn't
I
let her
agree.
do almost anything. She has a fight with Vecna,
I think
which the fight
I think
itself
I
is
would have
fine,
liked because similar to her Maul fight, I think I would have rather see her fight the Mind Flayer. Like you can fight Vecna, But if she had beaten Vecna and then the Mind Flayer had stayed like alive and then that was fighting them and she had to like I'm talking like maybe she was bleeding profusely from her nose fighting this thing. Like if that would have been I think a better crescendo of it.
Oh, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. Man, I'm having a lot of thought. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. Okay, so that's enough Stranger Things. I just want to say my piece about that. Like, if you have problems with the Demogorgons not being in it, just not you specifically, but like just anyone or whatever, just make sure you also don't like season four's finale because it's the same thing. Demogorgons are no like he's got no one protecting him except for bats that are like 5 miles away, that are all attacking Eddie for some reason. So like it's just like it's
Play
kind
the
of
music.
this like the finale is consistent with the rest of the show. Like I don't like no one dies, no main characters die. There's not that many Demogorgons in the show. It's kind of it's on par with the rest of the show. So like yeah, I'm fine with it having some gripe. I definitely don't think that it's as good as it could have been, but like
As a
it's not a colossal failure.
as a quick rebuttal to that, I think for the Demogorgons part is we gave grace because we also understood like the budget probably wasn't there. The budget was most definitely there for the latest season.
I think the budget was definitely there for the fourth season.
It probably was.
Yeah, I don't think that that's an excuse. But okay, anyway, that's my piece. Stranger Things.
All right.
No more Stranger Things.
No more Stranger
for the
Things.
foreseeable future. We're done.
All right. Come on back.
Okay.
Come on back, everybody.
I had. I guess I can go ahead and bring this up because this is just a funny little aside thing. I listened to a few different podcasts or whatever, but I've seen this with different podcast content creators or whatever. This being like a challenge goal type of thing, and I like specifically. There's two different podcasts that I listen to regularly. Right, listen to them like every week when they come out with new stuff or whatever. Just about, and we've referenced them I've talked about both of them, but I haven't named them. But we've referenced like you watch one of them also. That's like just for the sake of transparency. That's the Escape Pod podcast with Alex and Andrew, who we're fans of. And then for me personally, there's also the Co-op 64 Pod, which is a podcast about video games with two brothers. Both of those podcasts recently, and like I said, I've seen other creators do this in the past, had a goal recently that if they met it, the prize or whatever for the viewers or whatever was that one of the members was going to shave their head. Okay, and as someone who like is like has a terrible hairline, like receded hairline, and shaves their head anyway, and like is a bald person or whatever, I'm joking by the way, but like I'm not joking about that, but I'm joking about being turned by this. Like, yeah, I don't like. Why is that the humiliating thing that you got to shave your head and your hair's just gonna grow back in a few weeks anyway? Like,
Yeah.
like that's just a stupid goal or whatever. What it should be. I should set up 100,000 subscriber goal that like me with my absolutely terrible hairline, I'll grow my hair out. That's the goal. Like there you go.
Maybe we'll go get a transplant. Let's go to Turkey.
Oh
Let's go.
yeah, 100,000
United
subscribers.
Hairlines,
Like
let's
go to
go.
Turkey, and then I just have to sit here with the head like that, and just not wear a hat
With
for
a scabbed up head.
yeah, scabbed up head. Yeah, so I'm like why is my normal like hairstyle like an embarrassment challenge for people? I don't like that, Just it's all games or whatever.
Listen,
but,
I'm getting close to having to do it myself. I mean,
Good.
let's get to the hundreds. Let's get to the 100K subscribers. So,
So
I
you
have
have
an
a reason,
excuse.
yeah.
I have an excuse.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I always hate that when people are like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna shave my head, and start over." And
I mean that I don't mind or whatever, but when people are like, "Yeah,
Well,
we're gonna do
I
a
hate it when people
challenge."
do it,
Oh no,
and
I
they've
gotta
got perfectly
shave my
fine
head,
hair.
and it's like, yeah, your hair's gonna come right back.
Like,
I can't
I
do
hate
that.
you.
Like once I started shaving
hate
my head, I can't stop now because it's just like once
Yeah,
you start.
I hate it when people are like, "Oh, we're gonna do that." I'm like, I don't care. Like, oh no, you have to walk around with a buzzed head for 4 months.
Oh no,
Try forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so both of those podcasts are both doing that right now, and it's just like what's going on. So I just thought it'd be funny to be like, oh yeah, well I'll grow my hair out for that. Yeah, there you go. Let's see here. Another thing that
I know we had.
I just wanted to kind of pick your brain about real quick before we start talking about other stuff, because like a third unrelated podcast that I've recently gotten into. I don't want to talk about them, but they were talking about things that they don't like on an episode, and one of them was saying like old stuff, and specifically they were talking about like old comics and stuff. And that's one thing I realized is that like you're like we've talked about like I'm more the games person or whatever. You might be more the comics person because I feel like you've read some. I don't know if either of us are big like our other brother Nathan is. I think he might be more comics y, but like I know a good bit of stuff, but I'm also a little outdated. Like a lot of the stuff I knew was from like 10, 20 years, 10, 15
I think
years
our
ago.
cousin is probably more inundated with
For sure.
the transition of eras in comics.
Yeah.
I have high level view of it. He's probably more granular with it.
But they were talking about like how they didn't like the way the old comics looked. They're like once Frank Miller came along and like they named a few other people. I forget who they named, but they named Frank Miller and a few others. And personally, that one stuck out to me because I don't like Frank Miller's art. Personally, that's a hot take, but it's like, and I don't like hate it. I don't think it's bad. It's just, it's a, like, I don't personally like the look of it most of the time. But there's a few people like that. But like, people I like, man, the classic looking comics, like the, I guess, Silver Age or whatever, like the old stuff. I don't know. They're nostalgic looking for me. I don't think they look as good as a lot of the newer stuff. I'm trying to remember who the comic artists are that I really like.
So me personally, I do like the OG, you know.
Yeah, I really like the way, like the old, like the when I think of like the old Spider-Man comics and the old Batman comics specifically, like those two.
Steve Ditko.
Yeah, that's exactly who I was gonna say. Steve Ditko. I really like the way those look. It's not my favorite, but I really like them.
Yeah, I think the one right after Steve Ditko was one of my favorites. Is it John Romita? I don't think it's John Romita, but
just looking up some of the most popular ones right here to see if I know McFarlane. What's his first name?
yeah, John Romita. Huh. Oh yeah,
Is it Todd McFarlane?
Todd McFarlane. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I like
He
him.
he made. I'm not a huge fan of his. Is more like the '90s, and he did Spawn. So his Spider-Man is actually, I think it's this one. This is
Yeah,
Todd
yeah,
McFarlane.
I like that. Yeah, I like that look.
I don't. So this is the
Jack
'90s
Kirby,
look.
that's another good one. Another
Jack
old one.
Kirby's good. I mean, are you talking about like the artistic style, or are you talking about like the story wise?
I'm talking about like the art style itself. Like I do think that I mean I like this. I also similarly to the art though, like you're saying, I like the simplistic old school like stories that the old comics had or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it, I don't really think it's a better or worse thing. It's just like that's a different, like almost a different genre than like when like in the '90s and 2000s when they really started changing up and making stories more dark and gritty or like more
Yeah.
like
I personally think I think the '90s is one of the worst in my opinion from what I've watched. I read. I just they're so dark, and I don't like the art style of the '90s. Um, and it started to get better in the 2000s. Now I don't like now I don't like how it's shifted, but it's okay. I still like the OG the best.
you like the OG like art the best.
I like the OG art and OG style stories.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say I like them the best, but I do like it. Man, I know there's one I'm specifically forgetting that. I wanted to talk about this when I was listening to it the other day, but I forgot the topics. There was something else they were talking about too that was bugging me. But yeah, not a fan of Frank Miller though, personally.
He does the stocky Batman, right?
Yeah, he does like big old Batman. He's like Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
It's what like it's like when people talk about how like Ben Affleck is the most comic accurate Batman we've gotten. Like
That's
I
what they're
agree,
referring to, yeah.
but like it happens to be in my opinion the worst iteration, but it is the most accurate. But
Yeah, I don't like the stocky Batman either. I prefer
Jim Lee, I think Jim
big
Lee's who I'm talking about. I love Jim Lee's art.
Jim.
Yes, he does a lot of in my opinion, the most iconic. Oh, and Alex Ross is great.
Alex Ross is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Lee's pretty good.
Yeah, I love that era of Batman and Superman, like DC stuff in general. Yeah, Jim Lee.
Yeah.
When I think of Batman, I think of Jim Lee Batman. That's who I picture. But when I think of Spider Man, I usually think of either Steve Ditko or Todd McFarlane. So, but yeah, I just wanted to
Yeah.
quickly like pick your brain about that because I do like the old stuff. I do like the old style, like that like I want to say like 60s, 60s and 70s look of Spider Man
Yeah.
and Batman.
That's my personal favorite.
Yeah. But you don't like Toby. What's that's he's the Toby.
You're
He's
right. You're right. That's a whole nother.
yeah.
That's a different video. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah, we watched some movies.
we watched some movies. So, I watched two that were made this past year, 2025. I one of them I was made to watch basically by my wife. She wanted to watch it. I had heard the hype for it when it was about to come out, and it's a funny story. Anyway,
I'm trying to guess what it is. Yeah.
do you want? I'll tell you the genre, horror. You want to take a guess?
Does it bring her back?
No.
Is it uh smaller like team or is
Yeah.
it Shelby Oaks?
No.
Okay, then
It's
I
an
don't care.
indie horror movie.
That's what Shelby Oaks
Um,
is. Shelby Oaks.
no,
I want to watch that.
it's
I'm not a big
I
horror
don't know
guy,
that
but
one.
Shelby Oaks was made by it's the first like real movie made by the guy who I grew up watching his movie reviews on YouTube. Chris Stuckman. It's his first actual movie. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I
Okay.
want to watch it. I saw it in Walmart on DVD, but I want to get the Blu-ray instead. So that yeah, a little
Okay.
aside. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
Well, this one is called Good Boy. First of all, I don't really like horror
Oh, the
movies.
dog one.
The dog one.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Did you
yeah.
watch? Have
I
you
did
watched
not
it?
watch. No, but I heard about it. I didn't know it came out.
Yeah. So, I don't like horror movies. I didn't want to watch it. We sat down and watched it. Thank God it's not even. It's like an hour and 15, so it's not even an hour and a half. It's very short. Um, I will say concept is really cool. Basically, you're watching a movie. You're basically watching a horror film from the eyes of a dog. Like the dog going through all this, you're basically just kind of watching it through his kind of viewpoint. And it is kind of scary, very high tension. Probably not as scary as somebody who always does horror movies, as you were probably like, yawn, it's not that scary. But for me, I'm kind of like, I don't want to see this. Um, Amazing use of camera angles. The camera work in this movie is fantastic. Um, the concept is great. Overall, I give it like a 7 because certain things about the ending,
Interesting.
I don't want to spoil, but there's certain movies that I forget what the movie is, but there's some people who say like if you take the main character out of it,
Nothing.
everything still happens the
Indiana
same way.
Jones. Yeah.
Okay, Indiana Jones. So it's kind of like that, where if you take the dog out of the movie, everything still happens.
Like the dog doesn't change anything that happens. Yeah. You just
Yeah.
experience it from a dog's perspective.
Yeah. So to me, that I didn't like that, so that's why like it could have been an 8.5, but that's just to me. I'm like, eh. So I brought it down to a 7. It's still cool, Um, still watch it. Yeah, it went through a lot of controversy because when the trailer released, people, I don't know if you know about this, people were like, I'm not going to go see it. I don't want to watch a dog die. I'm not going to go see it because they're going to kill the dog. And the directors had to come out and say, spoiler,
The
the dog
doesn't
does not die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I kind of figured
overall,
that would be the
yeah,
case. It just kind of makes sense.
it's a solid movie. It's really cool. The dog is is a fantastic actor. Not even joking. Like it's really good. Anyway,
So that's Good Boy.
that's it.
Okay. Nice. Good boy. I think you said you saw one more. We're gonna sandwich it a little bit. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to kind of quickly talk about the one I watched last night. Never seen these before. I watched Avatar, the first one, last night for the first time. I think that's one of those movies
The
that
Blue People.
the blue people one. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Because like I was a big fan. I grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was Avatar to me, whatever. And so when Avatar came out, I was like, also like the movie that was for the Last Airbender was garbage. So like when I think of like an Avatar movie, I just didn't really want anything to do with it. I heard that the visuals were good, but like really good. But I heard that it's also just basically Pocahontas, and I was like, okay, I don't know. It was weird. It was kind of just cool to hate on the movie for not seeing it when I was growing up. So I was like fine to just be in with that crowd,
Not
I
watch
guess.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and it
Just
wasn't
be in
really.
it.
It was just really wasn't anything that I
Intrigue. It wasn't
yeah, it
intriguing at
was. It
all.
just didn't really. I didn't feel like I was missing anything, but I also didn't like
Yeah.
hate it. I was just like, you know, that's. I just wasn't. I had no desire to go watch it ever, but
Also because nobody ever like, despite it being one of the highest grossing of all time, nobody ever names it in one of their like top 5 favorites.
yeah,
So you're never like, oh, this is a great movie.
yeah,
It's just like, I bet it's not that good. Anyway, you go ahead.
but but I keep hearing people now talk about the series as a whole. Like I've heard like nothing but great stuff about The Way of Water, which I haven't watched yet. I want to watch it soon. Um, and Fire and Ash, I heard, is also good. Um, uh, so I decided I'm gonna watch these movies finally. So I watched the first one last night, and um, I think I might give it an 8.
Wow.
Like I could give it like watching it, like while I was watching it, like I was having a really good time. I was just sitting there, on my couch or whatever, just watching it. I have like a nice TV. It looks really good on my TV, of course. Um, because like it's a gorgeous movie, and I love all the I think the story is good too. I think that the weakness of the movie is honestly just like the cartooniness of some of the characters, like mainly like the villain, like the colonel guy, and then like
Oh, how
the
much of a caricature he is, you're talking
yeah,
about?
which I don't mind personally. I kept thinking this
Yeah.
last night. I was like, I kind of wish I had watched it earlier, like when I was younger, like around when it came out or whatever, because I think it would have like hit me a lot harder back then. Like I would have been like, oh,
Yeah.
this is one of my favorite like childhood movies now. I don't think I was a kid when it came out. I think it came out when I was like going to college or whatever, which is probably why I didn't watch it. But like I like if you were a kid and you watched this movie, like I think this would be like a cinema defining movie for you, like when this was coming out, because like for one, this movie is gorgeous. Like I can only like I'm wondering like I assume that the visuals get even better like in Way of Water because it's like 10, 15 years later, but um it's just like even for the time, like there's some things that I'm like, okay, they're like it looks a little bit like this is just an extremely impressive looking movie all the way around. Like all of the environments, the characters, and everything. They like when they're actually like the Navi or whatever. Like they look great. Um, it's a really well looking movie. I just the enemies are caricatures. I like most of the cast a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. I like the story. It's simple. It's not anything complex and crazy, but it's a basic story. Um, but it's not really
It's
trying to be.
Pocahontas.
Yeah, it's very very similar to Pocahontas. It had stuff. It was different enough to where like I think I like this better than Pocahontas. But I think it has enough that differentiates it to where it is its own thing. But like I definitely see the overlap. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was like between it, like while I was watching it, I was like, oh man, I think I might give this an 8.5. But like, I don't, I think it could definitely get better, and I'm kind of hoping Way of Water does because like it's not like I like for the reason that it's so high, like the actual like the story, I'd say is like a 6 or 7, if that. Um, I just think that there's a lot of like impressive and creative stuff in this movie. Between the way it looks is great, the way it's directed, it feels like a passion project by James Cameron, and I think I can
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that a lot. Like that's kind of more so what I'm worried about with not Way of Water because I feel like he pushed for a long time to get Way of Water out. The Fire and Ash comes out so quickly after Way of Water, which happy for him, but at the same time like I'm wondering if that's going to have as much. I feel like I'm hoping that Way of
Well,
Water has a lot of passion, but like Avatar feels like a passion project.
I think first Avatar came out and it was took forever for him to finally hunker down and do a sequel. But this is what his plan was for the sequels. I think he wants to put out 5 or 5
Yeah, he's
more.
doing. Oddly enough, he's doing the Avatar: The Last Airbender thing with all the elements. Yeah.
So this was his plan. It wasn't like he did the second one. He's like, all right, let's go shoot for the third one. It was like, no, he shot, I think, the second and third one like back to back,
Yeah.
so that they could release. I mean, it's still like what, 2 years apart?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
Um,
it's that's not like Endgame to Secret Wars. It still took a ton of time,
yeah.
but yeah. To be honest, you're probably right in the 8. I mean, I probably would give it like a 7, 7.5, but I'm not
Yeah,
mad in 8.
I think what bumps it up that because I think I would agree. Like there's like it's simple, but like good, but it's nothing crazy. But the things that really
I
like
think the
stand out
hype.
and elevate it to me is that yeah, but like it's so far removed from all that, and I was just such a like I didn't care for so long that like the hype doesn't really matter to me right now anymore. I think the hype is just it's
For
just
me, it was almost the same reaction as when I watched The Hunger Games for the first time. I was like, this was what people were talking
yeah,
about,
yeah.
and
I get
I
that.
don't know,
Yeah.
but it's probably I'll
Um,
tell you this, story wise, it's probably the best one in the franchise.
oh,
I haven't seen the new Fire and Ash,
that's scary.
but second one has. I'm really curious to see if you noticed something about the second one that I
Interesting.
did. So anyway,
Interesting. Because
there's a
like for
certain
me the thing
scene.
that elevates it just that little bit more is all the creativeness with the world and the world building and stuff like that. Like the way that like every like little like plant works a different way. Like everything like a lot of stuff kind of like lights up as you walk through it. And that's just a cool little like feel good like
Well, they continue
idea and
that.
concept. But I know, but
That's
like
not stopping.
I know, I'm
So if
just
you
talking
like
about the
that,
world building itself or whatever. Like the actual all the creativeness, like every little like this whole world just it's not just kind of background filler. It's like they purposefully went in and created and designed and thought up like all this different like flora and fauna and stuff like that and the animals and
hmm
how the animals work and those like spiral tree things that he touches and they like suck into each other or whatever. It's like a quick scene early-ish on, but like it's so cool and interesting, and like all the there's like ways that like the world itself is built out, and the world building, and the way that this completely alien planet like they kind of thought through all these little different things in just a creative way, and I just really appreciated that. So like that I had a really good time with. I enjoyed that a lot. I just thought it was really cute and really fun. It was a good time. I had a good time with it. So yeah, yeah, I give it an 8.
yeah,
I hope that I like Way of Water better, but we'll see.
it's absolutely no way. I'll be very disappointed if you do. I'll be completely
That's
honest.
crazy. You're the first person I've heard say that. Everyone else I've heard says that Way of Water is like the best one.
I don't. I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it because I don't like those movies. Anyway, moving on. Then, so I watched another movie. Like I said earlier about how I'm starting back up Red Dead Redemption 2. I have been hearing about Train Dreams. It's a Netflix movie, Train Dreams. It won a bunch of awards at like those film festivals that people, I guess, movie snobs go to and are like, "Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Let's give it awards." And so I had heard everybody on Twitter loving this movie, like saying this should be movie of the year. And I saw somebody in the comments saying like, if you like Red Dead Redemption, you'll like this. It reminded me of it and Arthur so much. And I had already been a little intrigued by the hype by it, and then that hooked me, and I was like, all right, I'll watch the trailer. Watch the trailer. I'm like, the trailer's not compelling. Still, like this is not compelling to me. So I was like, let me watch it. I wasted an hour and a half of my life, hour 45 of my life. I'll never get back. That movie. It's how some movies, how like Forrest Gump,
Never seen it.
or wow,
Yeah,
Forrest Gump's amazing.
it's a big blotch on
That's
my.
such a good movie. Oh my goodness. Anyway, did you ever watch War Horse?
I think I did a long time
Like,
ago.
do you
I don't
know
remember
those
anything
movies
about it.
where like something bad happens in the beginning and like the animal who was used to be part of a family but accidentally got left behind. It goes on. It basically just goes through these different owners in the movie, and
Like
at
Black
the end
Beauty.
somehow, yes, Black Beauty. I didn't know if you'd remember that. Yeah, Black
Yeah,
Beauty.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So it almost gives off those vibes, but there is no happy ending. Like it's just straight up like the whole premise of the movie is like this guy, he doesn't know who his parents are. He's just a kid. Shows up at this town. There's not really much uh, about him. He's quiet and to himself. Finds a girl he loves. Is working in this job that takes him away from her for a while. He has a kid with her, but he's away at work a lot. Anyway, forest fires happen. His wife and child die. He's trying to reconcile with himself, and he still thinks that they're coming back. Turns out they're not. Random girl shows up at his door. He thinks it's his daughter, and it's not. She runs away, and like leads to nothing. There's so much in this movie that I'm like, what are we? Why is this such a beloved movie? And at the end, like, there's no like. You're kind of always waiting for him to break down, and he doesn't really. I don't know. The movie sucks. I give this movie like a 5, maybe a 4. Not a good time. Not a good time. To all the movie snobs out there, like this is an artsy movie. This is an artsy movie. Now, I will say Joel Edgerton is the guy who plays the main character.
Okay,
I
I
don't
see
know if
that.
you know him. Yeah, he's good in this. He's good acting in this. William H Macy. I don't know if what would you know him from?
I know him.
You
I
know
know
William H
him
Macy.
from out of all the people on this list. I know him the
Yeah,
most. Yeah.
he is fantastic in it. Movie, like you can probably see Rotten Tomatoes has it like a 90%. Audience probably has it like an 80 something percent.
I think it's like
Movie
a
sucks.
IMDb has it like a 7.5. Rotten Tomatoes is
Yeah, don't
95.
don't go see it. This is an artsy movie that the movie snobs would tell you like you just don't understand. And it's just like
Did you go
that's because
see
it
it or did you watch it
sucks.
on Netflix?
I watched it at home.
Okay, yeah.
I watched it at home and I'm like this is awful. This was horrible. So
I
yeah,
don't
I'm not
know.
happy about
I don't
that
know if I could get
at
through
all.
it. I have a hard time
Don't
with
watch it.
I have a hard time with cowboys nowadays anyway.
It's not. Well, here's the thing. It's not even cowboys. See, the movie can't decide what it wants to be. At the beginning of the movie, when he's working on a railroad, the workers are, I guess, they're racist. They take a Chinaman and throw him off of the
Chinaman.
bridge they're working on. I think. Well, that's what I think they refer to him in
That's what they
anyway.
call them. I
They
got you.
they throw a Chinese guy off of the bridge they're building just because he's Chinese. Like, that's bad racism. And so throughout the first half of the movie, there'd be random times where he sees the guy that got thrown off because the guilt is dealing. He didn't throw the guy off, but the guilt of that happening in front of him, it's like he's dealing with it. So he sees the guy for the first half of the movie, and he sees him again after his wife and child die, and he's just like, basically, he thinks that other people that are dying around him are his fault for letting that guy die. But the thing is, after that time, after his wife and child die, and he sees the Chinese guy again, it's just in his mind, like the guy's dead. You don't see him again, so it was kind of like, what was the point of that? Like, there was no resolution to it at all. People can tell me like how abstract the message in it is, and I really don't care. The movie's awful. Don't go see it. I want less movies like this. That's my soapbox. And yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay. Just because of your review, I kind of want to watch it, but I don't think I could. I don't think
No,
it does
don't
not
do
look
it.
like.
I'm telling you, don't do it. It's not like Madam Web where you can hate watch it and have fun. It's not like that. This is a movie where it's gonna make you try to take it seriously, and it's just not. It's not a good time. It's seriously not a good time. I could not wait for it to be over.
Is it worse than Way of Water?
So Way of Water, I would compare.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Well, here's the comparison. Would you rather pay $50 for a mid meal, like mid to bad meal, or would you rather pay, go to the drive-through and get nuggets and stuff or like some kind of sandwich that you're like, it's not the best, it's not as good as homemade, but you know what? It's filling. That's Way of Water. Because Way of Water, people praise it. It's a drive-through. I don't get how I don't know. You could tell me it was directed by Sean Levy, and I'd believe you. Like, it's just
Sean Levy's a good director.
of like corporate movies if you want corporate,
I'm
big
just,
budget movies, whatever.
I mean, I don't. Okay, whatever. Okay. Like, I feel like we don't dislike kind of corporate ish, I guess if you want to call it that, like just kind of big budget whatever movies. I feel like we don't
It
really.
has to have sauce.
I guess.
The Way of Water, in my opinion, does not have the sauce, or it has so many stupid things. You gotta watch it because there's one thing particular that made me so mad. Um,
Do
I'll
you
save.
do
I'll
you
bring it.
like? I have a question because I don't know yet because I need to watch the rest of the series first. Do you like the Apes movies better than the Avatar
That was gonna be
movies?
my question for you when you got done.
Okay.
Uh, 1,000%.
Because I mean I don't know if I'm on record yet, but like you probably know this. I am not a big fan of the Apes movies. I don't
Yeah, I
know
don't
if it's
understand
just
what your
like the
problem
fact that
is.
I don't like monkeys very much or whatever. I like my favorite of the Apes movies is Rise. I think is the first one with James Franco.
I listen. I like Rise. I think that's definitely the worst one, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just the bottom
Man,
of them.
the one,
Did you watch the new one, Kingdom?
yeah, I think that
It's
might be the
so
worst.
good. You're so. What are you
I think
talking
that one's
about?
fine because I watched all of them in anticipation for Kingdom. I'd only seen Rise and Dawn before, like when they first came out or whatever. I liked Rise a lot. I rewatched them. I think I got them in, like last year or whatever when or maybe 2 years ago when Kingdom was coming out. Because other people we talk about were like hyping them up like crazy, and I was like, I need to watch this series. I, man, I don't know. Like I think, man, I don't know. I don't. I like Rise for all the reasons that it's barely a monkey movie. And I
I'll
like after that, I'm just like, I don't care about these monkeys, man.
I'll say this. There's just the thing about it is there's not like stupid decisions really. Like there's some people in Dawn who are very like frantic around these monkeys because they're monkeys
Yeah,
and they get trigger happy, and you're kind of like, you stupid idiot, why would you do that? They're being friendly. But also like if you were in that situation, like you
maybe.
might kind of be the same
Um,
way. But like
but I
Way
don't
of
know.
Water, there's something that happens that I'm just like,
I feel like
it
a lot
felt
of
like the stupidest writing I've ever seen.
I feel like a lot of like movies and TV shows or whatever, like stories that revolve around like animals as the main characters. For some reason, it's very
It's
rare
hard
for
to
me.
resonate.
For some reason, I don't. It doesn't click very
Yeah,
well with me.
I
And
agree.
the same way with games. Also, like I got Kingdom Hearts stuff back there, whatever. I hate like my favorite Kingdom Hearts game is two. It's like in my top 5 games of all time. But Kingdom Hearts 2 has a level where you go to because you visit Disney worlds or whatever, and a lot of times you either don't change at all or sometimes there's like a cute little gimmick where
Yeah.
Donald, Sora, and Goofy like change to fit in with the world basically, right? So like they go to Halloween Town with Jack Skellington and like they all get like not goth but like they get like outfits or whatever and they change to look like Goofy becomes like a zombie and Donald becomes something else I forget, but like and Sora gets like a spooky looking outfit or whatever. Sometimes his outfit changes, sometimes he doesn't. It just depends on the world or whatever. Like in the Toy Story one in 3, he becomes a toy. They all become toys, right? So like
Hmm.
it's cool. In Kingdom Hearts 2, there's uh, a Lion King world.
Yeah.
Lion King. That's I don't. I could have just said Lion King. Like Lion King, I'm lower on than
I
everyone
was a
else.
little
Lion
yeah, I
King
was a little
is
confused where you were going.
fine. Yeah, I could have just said Lion King. But like I said, I didn't really enjoy the Lion King world in Kingdom Hearts. I don't enjoy Lion King as much as everyone else. I think Lion King
Yeah.
is a fine movie. Apparently, it's Hamlet. I read Hamlet a long time ago for college. I don't remember much about it. I did not like it very much. Um, but
Oh, Hamlet, 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 Hamlet.
yeah,
Anyway.
uh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I'm not a huge Lion King guy either.
it just
I don't get the hype. It's
I
good.
don't
It's
get. Yeah,
good.
the
It's
music's
good.
great. The music's good, but like,
Yeah.
um,
Okay, yeah.
and like
Well, it's
I
good.
like the character, but to me, Lion King, I don't even think for me personally, I don't think Lion King's like a top 10 Disney movie. Um,
Ooh, we should do that next time
like it
because
not
I don't
including
know.
not
Probably
in,
not for me
yeah,
either.
um, yeah, I don't know.
Especially if we're including Pixar.
Yeah, if we're including Pixar, for sure not. But like if we don't include Pixar, if we're just talking about like 2D animation It might be because there's not that many of them, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're
But
not
like
big
if they're
Lion King fans.
anthropomorphic, which I'm not a furry, but like if they're anthropomorphic, I like it more like Robin Hood. Like
Oh yeah,
Robin Hood, I
Robin
like,
Hood's great.
but they're like I don't know. It's just
They're animals
something
playing a
about like
human role. Yeah.
animals being animals, doing animal things, but like they have like sentience or whatever. It just doesn't do it much for me. I like Homeward Bound and stuff when I was a little kid.
Oh yeah. Love
So
Homeward
that's
Bound.
fine. That's also super sad and stuff. So I don't know. I just
Nah, it's
I
fine.
don't know. But like I think that's why the Planet of the Apes movies just don't do it much for me. And I kind of expected that to be the same with this because but the Navi aren't animals, but they're aliens. But a lot of times aliens also kind of do the same thing a little bit. It depends. It's very hit and miss. But I like the
I
Navi
think
for the most part.
I could like I understand where you're coming from, and I think for me the difference in those movies is just that Caesar is just such an awesome character that that's who you resonate with. I
I
think
just
is
I think man, I don't know because I'm like everyone says that, but I like the whole time. Now that I'm like really thinking about it, if I'm trying to put to words, like like in my opinion, Caesar is so stupid, but he's still somehow the only semi reasonable person in the entire world. like like in my opinion, Caesar like makes not necessarily stupid mistakes, but just I feel to me it's like obvious most of the time what Caesar should do or should be doing, and it either takes him forever to do it or he doesn't do it, and he is just only like he looks better because all the other humans and all the other apes are just somehow even more stupid.
that's I
I don't
completely
think I
disagree.
do not think Caesar I do
I
not
think
find Caesar
Caesar's
compelling. I don't know. I think that's what it is. I think
man.
Caesar's a frustrating character, and I think everyone else is worse.
Oh my gosh, you're so dumb. I'm sorry, you're stupid.
I don't
That
know.
is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The Caesar's one of the best like movie leader. He's up there with Cap and Optimus Prime. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Caesar is and the thing is like he doesn't have any sort of, superpowers
It's not
that would
about
make
superpowers, but I guess you could
no, but
make
the
the
thing is
point that
like
he doesn't have enough like social um
he stands
understanding
for
because
what is right just because it's for the right. It's not like I stand for the right and I can beat up anybody who opposes me. He's just like I will fight anybody who opposes me. He's like I don't know if I'll win, but
but only when
I'm
like
gonna
push
do
comes to
it.
shove. Like he just lets things just kind of go bad all the time. Like he just lets things
But
go
that's
bad and then he
but that's
fixes
kind of
them.
how he should be as a leader. Like when they first come to ask to use
He
power,
he doesn't teach he
he's
doesn't
like
I feel like he
he's like
doesn't
I
teach his
don't
community how to be good until it's too late. There's
I
just
completely
bad
disagree.
actors in his community. He always has bad monkeys in there.
He has one Koba.
Koba,
The rest just follow whoever's the alpha.
right, but like he doesn't but instead of like teaching them in my opinion, I don't think he teaches them enough. He's just like I'm going to let these guys kind of figure stuff out on their own unless they really start messing up some stuff and then I'll step in because I know better. And it's just like maybe just teach them from the get-go how to not be, a douchebag or how to not be bad or how to not be racist monkeys. Like,
I don't know how. I don't really know what you're referring to. Like,
I
is there
just
a specific scene that
no,
you're
I
like?
just feel
'Cause I don't know what you're talking
the
about.
humans are scared of monkeys and the monkeys hate the humans. And it's just like and Caesar's just
Because
like
in their mind, because the humans have basically like ruined the world. It's kind of the monkeys, but
it's
that's
kind of
because
yeah, it's
they were
kind
under
of
captivity. They were under captivity. They now have the awareness to break out, and they're like, we've been, in captivity by these people for hundreds of thousands of years or whatever.
are you talking about from the monkey's perspective or the human's perspective? Are you saying that humans are
From
in
the
captivity
monkey's
now or
perspective,
like the monkeys used to be?
the humans thought the monkeys were like gone and dead. They were going to the power plant and they're like, "Oh snap! There's a bunch of monkeys here,"
Oh,
and
you're
then
talking about
that's
in
when
Kingdom.
no, that's Dawn.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting them all mixed up.
Dawn is so Rise, of course, is James Franco. Not
Right,
James.
yeah, yeah. I
Is
remember
it James
them,
Franco?
but I couldn't like. Uh, they don't overlap. Like I thought that there was a like.
Dawn
It's a
Dawn is the
Booker.
one
Yeah.
where Koba rises up and fights Caesar, and it's the guy. I don't know what he's or what else you would know him from. Um,
I don't know.
anyway,
To me, it's just like
and then Dawn, not Dawn. War for the Planet of the Apes is Woody Harrelson, and then Kingdom is the new one
right. Yeah.
where it's like hundreds of years after Caesar.
Yeah. I man, I don't know. It's hard to describe. I just think that, um, I think that Caesar's just way too hands off, and he just like lets the monkeys be bad until it's too late. Like
I
the
completely disagree.
humans, a
He
lot of the
takes a
humans,
non-interventionist role. That's his thing. He's just like, we're just gonna stay to ourselves, let the humans do what they want to do. But right now, we're an isolated, good community. But then there's one bad apple in Koba who turns it all and wrecks it all, and then the humans
but
intervene and get in the
but
middle of their
like Koba
stuff, and
has
then
his
he has to
people.
retaliate.
But Koba like has his people, right? And like
But what is he
and
supposed? There's nothing he can do to Koba.
he can beat him up. It's
He does beat him up.
he can beat him
And
up
then he
more.
submits to him. He submits to him. Koba submits to him and apologizes, but then he goes back scheming and, sneaks up and basically kills Caesar. He doesn't kill him, but he thinks he did.
I don't know, it's just like the reason that Koba isn't like Koba's not an outlier. Like you've got Caesar and you've got Koba. Like Caesar's like the good monkey. Koba is like the bad monkey, and you have everyone else who will just kind of follow whoever. Caesar should be, as the good monkey, he should be the better leader and influence these people to be good in general, not wait
Well,
for them to all be under Koba and be like, hey, no, you guys are all doing bad stuff now. Now let me get the reins on here. Let me
no,
like,
well, it's a different situation. Also, Koba imprisons those who were loyal to Caesar. Koba does chain them up in Dawn,
I'm
which
saying
includes the orangutan.
if
But you're saying if he taught them to be good, they would not allow Koba to overthrow them. But the thing is, what happens is Caesar kept saying, let's be peaceful. We're not going to do anything to the humans. Koba said, we need to go take these because the humans are going to hurt us. And Caesar said no. And he fought Koba. Koba submitted. But then they shot Caesar. And Koba shows up with a gun saying it was the humans. And the humans shot Caesar. So then they're like, oh, yeah, fine. They took out Caesar. Let's go fight him back. And so that's how he got the apes on his side.
But also, and again, it's not all Caesar's fault because there's clearly like the majority of humans in these series are bad, right? So that's why Caesar is.
It's not. They're not bad. They're trying to survive, and obviously.
No, I'm talking about the ones who are bad, like the ones
human race.
Like the reason that like the thing is, even Caesar just wants to stay away from humans. He wants to take his monkeys and go off and do monkey things or whatever. But like, it's just it's stupid. It's gonna come to a head at some point. Like I understand that he's just not gonna know that. But like the reason that he's just so reluctant, he just refuses to engage in like actually face the facts of what he has to do. He's in denial the entire series.
What does he have to do?
They have to be integrated.
What do you mean integrated? Like with humans?
Yes.
That still has yet to happen.
I know, that's why the series is stupid, because the whole everything gets fixed if you just integrate them.
What are you talking about? You can't. They're not going to be able to integrate. First of all, they couldn't in those movies because they were carrying. Well, I guess Dawn and War, it was the humans that were immune, kind of. But actually, in War, it evolves. The virus that the monkeys carried.
But Caesar didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't. But that's why, in his mind, he saw the cruelty of humans.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Apes away from them.
Exactly. Caesar, because of the bad humans in Rise, that's why Caesar doesn't trust most humans.
Yes.
Yes, but because of that, he constantly just kind of like.
But here's the beauty of it.
Super.
He says
weak stuff.
his view is, humans are evil. We're going to get apes away from them, and we'll be fine. And then
And
that's
that's
when
stupid.
they, but then when I know, but he realizes it because when you finally
No.
see Caesar's alive and his like friends see him, they're like, "Oh, you're shot. Like you were shot by a human." And he's just like, "No, this was done by ape." And that's when he comes to realize, and basically acknowledges like apes can be bad too. It's not just humans. And that's what's like so, like you see the development and
Like,
evolution
oh my
of the
god. I
the
guess,
psychology
but
of
it's
this
like, oh great.
character.
I'm glad we took 2 whole movies to get to that point. I don't know. I don't.
It's so good. I don't know
It's
what you're
not.
talking about.
Yeah. To me, it's not. It's but like
How
apparently that is a hot take. It's just not. I think it's just personal preference. It's just not. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't like. It's just like it's
wrong?
frustrating because like it's like wow, he's a super smart ape, but it's still like he's still like super stupid. Like I don't know, but
You're
like a lot of the humans are also super stupid. Don't get me wrong, but like I want. I just want the main. If I'm gonna root for the main person, I want them to not be really stupid. Like I don't know. I want like the
Teasers a
protagonist.
top tier character.
He's so stupid. Um. Okay. Anyway, that was a tangent. Didn't mean to get onto. Um.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else were we gonna do today?
We were going to talk about the Doomsday trailer,
Yeah.
the Shuri
I guess we
one. I mean,
can
I don't
do
think we
that.
have much.
Yeah. There's not much to
Um,
talk about, but I guess we could
it
talk about
was,
that and then maybe go into Phase 5 rankings. I guess if you want.
yeah. So the trailer shows Shuri M'Baku uh, walking to meet with the Thing. So the Fantastic Four touchdown in Wakanda, I guess. It also shows Namor and Atlantis and all.
Yep.
So, but more importantly than that is what the Russo brothers said, like on their Instagram post about it. They said, "What you've been watching for the last 4 weeks are not teasers or trailers. They are stories. They are clues. Pay attention." So, what does that mean? Some people have synced up the time, so the countdown on the Avengers symbol. You know how like after the trailer has the countdown of how many.
Yeah.
So people have taken those timestamps to Endgame, to see like what scenes are going on. Um,
Is it? Hang on. Dude, that because I was wondering about this because it's a countdown. Does that countdown change live, like when you're watching it,
what do you
or
mean?
is it when the trailer dropped?
No, I think it's the countdown of when the trailer dropped. It's not like you
Like that's what I'm
viewing
saying.
it
Like
right now.
if I go like the day before,
It's not.
if I go watch
Yeah,
that
it's not.
trailer the day before Doomsday comes out, is that countdown going to have 24 hours on it?
No.
Okay, well, that's kind of stupid. I don't care about the countdown then. That's stupid to me. To me, I'm like, I thought that was like a super cool thing they did. I'm like, how did they do this? What YouTube
No,
magic
yeah,
are they working right
I
now
don't think they
where the
can do that.
countdown is
Yeah.
live?
Yeah, I don't think they can do that. So that's why people are using the countdown in that as like the timestamps in Endgame. Maybe there's scenes that it's alluding to. And there's some stuff as far as I forget what it's talking about, but there's some credit to those theories a little bit, possibly. There's people saying if you look behind the Thing and behind Shuri, it's just a bunch of sand behind them. So they're like, obviously, there's things that are edited out of those trailers that are probably behind them that you can't see, and like I wonder what that is. Um, Also, just my theory. I'm gonna keep going with the kids' theory, by the way. So Doom steals was it Franklin Richards?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the first trailer? Oh, Steve, Baby Rogers. All right.
Then Thor
Second
was
trailer,
love.
Love,
Yeah.
steals Love. And then the third one,
It was
I don't know how. I
X-Men.
mean,
He could
there's
take
probably an
any
X-Men kid
of the
somewhere. But
babies. Yeah.
take
Oh,
Cable.
he could take. Wait, he
Baby
could take.
Cable.
I mean, I was gonna say he could take Scott and Jean's kid.
Yeah, Cable.
Oh, is that Cable?
I think
Don't they have a
I
girl?
think that's Cable. Mm. Oh, I
I
don't
think
think
that is
so.
Cable, but don't they also have a girl? Isn't it rumored that Sadie Sink is playing the girl in?
No, that's Jean Grey. That's actually That's the rumor that she's playing Jean
No,
Grey,
I heard
which
she's
is
playing Summers, the girl. I'm not crazy. Uh,
I don't know. But then, so let's just say he takes Cable, baby Cable, and then in the new one, there is a remember
Ra-
T'Challa's son.
Rachel Summers.
I don't know that. I don't know who that is. But then, yeah, then Doom steals the new Black Panther, T'Challa's kid that was revealed at the end of Wakanda Forever. So he's building a mini
He's
Avengers
building
team.
building
That's my
the
theory.
new Avengers.
He's going to have some kind of technology to age him up. It's the time travel technology that they used on Ant-Man in Endgame that turned him
Did you
into a
see
baby.
they cast a new Black Panther?
Did they really though? Did they
I don't
announce
know.
that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It's Idris Elba's son. He was
They
in F1.
yeah. I saw Sebastian
The rumors
Stan
are
has
that
been
he's
cast as Two-Face.
Yeah, Two-Face. What do you think about that?
I mean I like the casting in general, but
Yeah, I think it's cool.
I don't I kind of I'm like halfway. I like 50% care about the Batman series and I 50% don't, because I think the next one is really going to decide for me how much I care, because I think that the Batman had a lot of promise, but I hate the grounded thing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think it's cool. I'm excited to see it because I think it's a good casting. I really hope, similar to what The Dark Knight did, they let him play Harvey Dent as straight as you can be, like as much of a goody two shoes, just good guy. And it's weird because we haven't really seen him in that role. Like Bucky's great, but the thing is, you're watching Bucky. He's a guy has a checkered past.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to see Sebastian Stan in a role where it's just like you have to convince me that you're basically Steve Rogers. Like you have to be basically Steve Rogers until your turn as Two-Face.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I guess that's our thoughts on
I
the
heard
new Doomsday trailer.
I heard that speaking of the rumors though about like castings or whatever, like I heard that Joe Carey, speaking of Stranger Things, might have been cast in the new Spider-Man movie. Not sure about that. That's just a rumor right now, I think.
Yeah, I heard they're looking for a role for him like Marvel is, but I don't know. Maybe we
I'd
can
like to
talk about
see
that
him.
in the
I'd
next
like to
video.
see
Like,
him get
what are
into more stuff.
possible
Yeah.
options?
Yeah.
I don't know what you could really do at this. I don't know enough characters, I guess, that I would say he's a good fit for.
Okay. But yeah, I think we're both excited but skeptical of Doomsday.
Yeah, I think Russos are cooking something though. I'll be honest. There's a little bit of
Did you
I'm
see
tasting a little
did you
sauce.
see the concept art that leaked like a few like probably like 6 or 8 months ago at this point or whatever? It's just
Might have
like
been longer
all
than that. Are you
these
talking about
it's like
the other world where it was like medieval times or whatever?
I don't know about medieval, but it's like here's pictures of like it was like alternate realities looking things or whatever. It's like Doom maybe on like a throne, just all this other
With
stuff.
Susan by his side or
Something like
something.
that. I forget. It was just like characters walking around in different like worlds and like settings type of thing. But it was like really like weird, like that we had no idea about type of thing or whatever. And like this one especially kind of it was the first time I remembered all those, and I was like, we are kind of getting a lot of different vibes from these teasers so far. I don't know, especially where Namor was and all that stuff. I don't know, just something.
Well, he's right. Yeah. I knew what you're talking about. I'm glad that I hope they're not going that way because I thought that would have been too weird. They had Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, and Hulk's son in that concept art, and I'm like, to be honest,
Right.
I don't think you've done enough with these characters to really put them in these
I
movies
would like to
and
see
have me
Kate
care.
Bishop be in more.
Well, you just like Haley Steinfeld.
I could like both.
There was not much to her in her show. I was wanting more Clint Barton and less
I was
Kate
wanting
Bishop.
more of her. Like if it's her show, set her up. Give her. Yeah, give her.
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
If you're gonna bring her in, do more with her beforehand to build her up, and they didn't.
All right. Well, from that we can transition because we are currently in phase 6 right now.
All right.
So we got one more phase to rank
We're
before.
in phase 5. Yeah, we're in phase. We're going go over Phase 5. Phase
Yeah.
5.
So first,
I did not remember what was in this. Did you? You haven't looked up? I guess you're looking at it
I'm
now.
looking at it right now, but I've started like writing down our rankings and stuff like that, just for my own notes or whatever. Like last time I have like a not watched category for the phase or whatever, so I want to fill that out first with things that we haven't watched, so we don't include those. Let's see, we got 15 overall things here. Yeah, 15 things, and let's see.
So
Did you watch Secret Invasion?
I did.
Okay, so we'll leave that in. You can place that somewhere. Did you watch I Am Groot season 2? I didn't know that had a
I
season
did
2.
not.
Okay, so I'll do I Am Groot.
And then not watched, I Am Groot.
What If?
Yeah, What If?
Echo. Did you watch Echo?
I did watch Echo.
Okay, we'll leave that in. Oh, there's 2 What If seasons here. Well, we'll just leave that all in there because we don't watch either of those. And Ironheart is the only thing. Did you watch Ironheart?
I didn't watch Ironheart, no.
I think I will. Honestly, I think I will eventually. But I have not yet.
I said that, but I don't know. If they're just abandoning her character, I don't know if they're going to abandon her character, but if they do, what's the point?
All right, so we have on just those 3, which I think take up 2 spots on here for one of them, so that should be 4. So we have 11.
So I think this is going to be probably easier. The bottom is going to be easier for this one.
Probably. To me, this is like one of the weaker phases.
To be honest, I think it's got it's definitely got better movies than Phase 4. Phase 4. Phase 4 was bad. I mean, our top two
You got
in
Eternals and
Phase
No Way
4
Home.
was
That's pretty strong.
that's it. Like the rest are Loki season 1 and WandaVision. Like to me, those are mid, and they're at the top of that list.
Yeah.
I think we probably have 4 that could probably go in between Eternals and No Way Home on this list.
Let's see one.
Anyway, I guess we could just bottom of it is gonna be. It's a toss-up probably between Echo and Secret Invasion. I think I'm more offended by Secret Invasion.
Interesting. No, not Echo with the using the like.
So here's the thing with Echo. I had such low expectations, and the beginning of it was kind of fresh. It was, this character from Hawkeye, and she goes back to her hometown where it's just her and a bunch of people, and it's this Native American culture there, I believe. It was just really cool to get in this new world, and she's not doing anything crazy. Like it's not like, like where Yelena's sticking the pole and surviving a blast and all that. Like there's nothing that you're like, oh come on, like she would not survive that. Like it's pretty, low stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'm having a good time. Until the finale when she heals Wilson Fisk's trauma with her, because when they gave her powers is when I was like, this is stupid, because they gave her some kind of powers with her hands that was like in her family from generations. Before that, I really enjoyed her just not having powers, being a mute, vigilante who would just like, kick and punch. It's okay to have Black Widows around. That's fine, and I like that. But when they gave her powers, it went off the rails. I think a lot of people who hate this show have not watched it. But Secret Invasion, I was excited for, because I think you could do so much with Secret Invasion. And I didn't like that it was only going to be Nick Fury. And then they do the disservice to Maria Hill of killing her off in a TV show nobody watched. MCU legend Maria Hill. And so she died. They took like no risks in the show. They did one thing that I was like, okay, I'm kind of interested, and then immediately it was like a fake out, as it usually is for, scrolls. But like I didn't like the fake out. I was kind of like, that kind of took away the stakes to that. Anyway,
Didn't it also
Um,
mess up like some stuff as far as is it not is it Rhodey?
yeah, it kind of did, where he was a scroll, and they find the original body, the original people that were in a place under some kind of technology, and he was in a hospital gown. So people were theorizing, like, okay, so how long has he been a scroll? And the one that people kept coming back to was
When he broke
maybe
his
since,
legs.
yeah, in Civil
That's
War.
crazy.
So they were saying like all of those moments with Tony after Civil War, like would not be Rhodey. That's an offense. In my head canon, and I don't,
He went in for a
I'm just gonna say it.
colonoscopy and they got him after the events of
Yes,
Endgame. Yeah.
yes. In my head canon, it was some other time. It was not that, and maybe it was a checkup later on that where they got it. But that's stupid. So I just found the show more offenseful than Echo. So I'm putting Secret Invasion at the bottom.
Okay, so we got Secret Invasion at 11 and Echo at number 10.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What's after that? You have any thoughts?
I do think I have. I think I have what's next.
I only made it through halfway of Agatha All Along, by the way. I don't know if you watched that.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Okay, I heard it was good.
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
It was okay from what I saw.
I'm looking. I think there's only one show I like better on here.
Let me think.
And I don't think you're gonna fight me on putting the other one lower. So I think we'll be all right.
Tough.
I don't think I
this
think
is a
the
tough
next
spot.
one, I think the next one is an easy choice. For me, the next one should be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
See,
Quantumania.
I think everything.
Do you think
I think
Ant-Man and the Wasp is better than anything else here?
Oh wait, Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Quantumania.
It's Quantumania.
Yeah, Quantumania.
So I think everything up until the ants kill was it Kang is okay. I don't like the
the ants
whole
kill Kang?
MODOK. Yeah, that's how they beat Kang is
Man, I don't
ants.
remember. I thought he like
overtake
traps him in like a mini quantum thing or something.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was before that when he's literally like annihilating people with his lasers, and then they overwhelm him with ants. And then when they're in the laboratory thing, then he shows up and fights them. And that's when, like, if you had also Cassie, can we please give us good characters? Like Cassie could have been a good character, but they decided to make her so much of like a I'm Cassie and I'm just smarter than Scott, my father, and I'm just a
Well,
smart
in her defense,
girl.
Scott
I know
is an
better.
idiot, but like he's a lovable
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah. But this is another thing. Like when we make in the line of Syndrome, when everyone's super, no one will be. Like we don't have to make everyone a genius. Like, oh, you're Ant-Man's daughter. Oh, Ant-Man's daughter is a super genius. That's crazy. I don't like that. To me, that takes away from it. Um, Kang in this movie is so good. And it hurts me that they did him dirty with killing him with the ants, and also it hurts me his lawsuit and all, because I actually like Kang a lot. But like, is Quantumania worse than the Marvels?
Is the Marvels here? Oh, I completely glossed over that. In my opinion, yes. I think the Marvels is bad. I think the Marvels is next. Don't get me wrong, but there's like a little bit I enjoy in the Marvel. There's a little bit I enjoy in Ant-Man too, but I think it's like 1A and 1B.
You know what else you know what I was thinking was Born Again.
Born Again is
Daredevil
not this
Born
low.
Again.
Born Again, I know, like Agatha. That's what I was alluding to earlier. Agatha, excuse me. You're gonna let me put Agatha higher than Born Again, which I'm fine with because I do like Agatha.
I'm fine with that.
And
Yeah.
Loki, those two are going higher than Born Again.
What is it?
And Loki season 2.
Yeah.
So Born Again is going lower than those, but like I'm trying to like Born Again needs to at least be like halfway through this list.
Okay, I think I gotta put the Marvels next. I don't think it's that big of a gap, to be honest, but I think
Okay.
Kang is the best part. Kang and Ant-Man in the movie are better than anything in the Marvels. The best part of the Marvels is when the cat's eating everybody.
I gotcha. Yeah, I can get behind that. Well, I think my favorite part in the Marvels actually is the
It's the singing
is the
world.
singing world. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just it
that
like
was funny.
oddly
I was
enough, I
fine with
like
that.
that. Yeah, the dialogue is one of the worst in any Marvel movie I've seen.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I'll
It's
tell you
horribly
what
written.
though,
Kamala
it
Khan is
was
great. Absolutely, I agree. Um, I like Brie
I
Larson. I just don't
this
think
was
she's
definitely
good at this character.
this was definitely a change up needed for her character. This movie did make her a little bit more likable.
I guess.
Um, but Kamala Khan, as you said, like I know everybody loves her, and I like her too, but some of her dialogue is too much
I don't know. I enjoy
of
exactly what she brings
it's a
to the
little
table.
too much. It's too much of that. He's right behind me, isn't he? Humor, and I'm like, it's fine if it's every now and then, but it seems like it's always on with Kamala, and it's just like tone it down a little bit, please. Um, yeah. Anyway, okay. I guess Marvels and then Quantumania.
Yep, that's what I got.
You're not gonna keep Born Again off for long.
I'm trying to see what we have left and what I would argue about putting it over.
I mean, I think the only two you could argue are
I
I think you could
Brave New
argue
World.
Deadpool, Wolverine, and Brave New World are the only two that you could argue
I
with.
like Deadpool and Wolverine more, but I think I would put
Than
it
Brave
over
New
Brave New
World.
World. I'd do Brave New
Yeah,
World next.
Brave New World probably has a tighter story, but it's still not that good. So, but Deadpool Wolverine has such high highs, but
Wait,
it's just they just
again, I'm not putting Deadpool and Wolverine is beating Born Again. I'm saying like what comes after Quantumania. I'm putting Cap 4
it, yeah, that's fine with me.
and then Born
I'm
Again.
fine with
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah, to me that's tough. I would probably put Brave New World over Born Again, but I don't hate it. I don't hate that thought.
Well, we talked off camera about how like I got royally shafted last time, and I never got
You
any good
didn't.
stuff.
You didn't.
I kept giving you stuff. Doctor Strange,
You
Multiverse of
gave me
Madness is at
one.
11. I gave you She-Hulk at the bottom.
That's the only thing you gave
That
me.
should have been 5 spots higher. And
We're not
Doctor
recapping
Strange,
our
Multiverse
phase
of
four.
Madness should have
I stand
been
by our phase
3 or
four. I
4
stand by our phase 4.
slots higher. Maybe
It's the
5.
undisputed ultimate objective list, by the way.
It's not. It's not.
It's the objective rank.
It's definitely up for revisiting. So okay, yeah, then I'd do Daredevil Born Again. There we go. That's at number 6. So now we're in our
Daredevil
top
Born
5.
Again was a very offensive show as well, where it was just I expected more, and I was hurt by it.
Well, maybe you guys should stop expecting stuff and just learn to enjoy stuff for what it is.
I don't. Expectations should not be an excuse for bad writing.
You know, someone could rewrite Lord of the Rings nowadays, and it would be better. That doesn't mean that what was there before wouldn't like it's
What
always easier
though
to rewrite
is
something better afterwards.
no. The thing is, there's a difference between like high expectations and bad writing. Perfect. You bring up Lord of the Rings. I'm watching Rings of Power. People have high expectations because of Lord of the Rings, or whatever. The show's good, but it gets so much hate because people are like, it's not my Lord of the Rings. It's not my Lord of the Rings. I'm like, I don't know what you want. It's a good show. Like Star Wars fans would kill for this. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Star Wars fans
Anyway,
have
they're
some
bad.
good
Star Wars
shows.
fans and I think Lord of the Rings fans are kind of up there with Star Wars fans because I mean,
No,
the Hobbits are good,
I think
and they hate
those are the
those.
two most overrated properties out there, in my opinion. But
I
I
think the
like,
fan bases are
but I do
insane.
like Star Wars. I still like Star Wars, probably not as much as I did when I was little, but like it's way overrated. But Lord of the Rings is the most overrated thing.
The Hobbits are
But
good.
I will say, 'cause, like I've tried the movies several times. I have watched all the movies. Someday I will watch them again, but and give them a better now that my brain evolved a little bit. Give them another watch through with hopefully better understanding. But I have Audible. The other day I got Lord of the Rings 1, 2, and like the books, the 3 books, narrated and read by Andy Serkis. Actually, apparently that's like really good. It's like one of the better versions. There's
That's
like
awesome.
3 versions of each of them, and he apparently does.
Guess
really,
who Andy
really good.
Serkis plays? Caesar.
Yeah. Guess who else he
Yeah.
plays? Renoir. You know who that is? No, because you're
No.
uncultured. It's like one of the main villains of Expedition 33, the game of the year last year. He's really good. He's really good. But yeah, okay. So anyway, but I got those. So I'm gonna go through the books. Because that should be the best version. Even though people do love the movies, but man, maybe I'll have a better appreciation after the books. I'm trying. I've tried for years to like these. I don't.
I'm with you.
That might have been something else from the other podcast that I was wanting to talk about. Anyway, let's finish this phase. Okay. All right. So we're in our top 5 after Born Again.
We're in our top 5 already?
We're in our top 5.
Well, I think it's got to be Deadpool, Wolverine, or Agatha all along. Depends on you.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm glad I can get Agatha up this high. I think I'd be fine with this.
I think that's just how mid the phase was.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think everything.
Also, we didn't watch Ironheart. Ironheart could be a diamond in the rough.
It could be, yeah,
Ironheart.
yeah.
So
all right,
people
so
probably
I'll do
say
Agatha
Agatha
at
along
5.
sucks.
Yeah, people are wrong. Yeah, so I'll put Agatha at 5. It's not like Agatha's like 7.5 or an 8 maybe. It's nothing like crazy, but it's good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 4 left. What do we got here? So we're down to Deadpool, Wolverine,
Deadpool,
Loki season 2, Guardians 3, and Thunderbolts.
I think it's got to be
It's
Deadpool, Wolverine.
Deadpool next, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Deadpool and Wolverine.
I think it's a good time. It's a hilarious movie. The story's bad, and it was a little. I guess this is expectations. When Hugh Jackman's saying, "I didn't want to come back," they showed me a script that made me like, yes, obviously that script was probably green and had a lot of Benjamin Franklin's on it. That's what brought him back, because the script was awful. It was hilarious, funny movie, but just like a usual Sean Levy movie, not a lot of substance to it. In terms of story.
I've been hearing. I mean, like I don't give any credence to MCU rumors just because they're all over the place. But I do know that I've been I heard rumors like a few times now about like supposedly like people have heard about stuff about filming a scene. Again, I don't give it any credence, but I did hear that like there's a good possibility that we're gonna get Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire in a scene together in Secret Wars.
Probably. That doesn't shock me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like this could be a thing. Like if you're gonna do anything like that, this would be it. This Secret Wars feels like it's like where you can really like you can kind of hit the ultimate nail for that that big nostalgia bait for the last like 20-30 years, stuff like that. But then at the same time, you could use that to kill off some of these classic characters.
Bring a close to
their story.
Yeah, a lot of characters
Give closure to not just the MCU, but like some of these like that are now MCU, like these retcon MCU stuff, like the Tobys and the X-Men stuff like that. Like Secret Wars is somewhere you could finally give closure to these or do service in a finale, in like a final type way.
Stop asking for TASM 3. Like it's just they have something with Andrew.
Andrew's gonna
like,
come in with the symbiote suit and give it to Peter. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Stop.
Give it to, okay.
I finally fought that alien you guys are talking about.
All right.
Oh, that'd be so
All right,
good.
so we got Thunderbolts, Guardians 3, and Loki season 2.
So I have a pretty clear number 3. I think we're going to differentiate.
Oh, we are going to differ here, aren't we?
My number 3 would be Guardians.
I knew it. Because I was going to say Loki. because I love Loki season 2. I think the finale of Loki season 2 is like a top 5 MCU thing. Like it is so good, but I think the rest of the season I think is weaker than season 1. Like I think that Loki season 2 is just not that good.
I think Loki season 2 is so
Until
good.
I think it's better because it hits.
The finale
so good
is awesome. The only thing with the finale that I don't like is what he does to save the day. It's like we didn't even know you could do that. Like
I don't think he did. Well, he didn't know that until he
just
did
walks
it.
out there and does it. Like
Well,
he's. It's like the Flash. You kind of knew like
but
okay, he's
that's
got super speed and he's going back.
But that's like the point. It's like he's realizing that. Like that's like the whole line. It's like I finally realized what I need to do.
Well, he doesn't. He's kind of just. He doesn't say like I'm gonna go do this. He just walks out there and you're like, what is he doing? And he just starts doing it. And you're like, can he do that? Like what?
But he says something to the lines of like I finally know what I need to do.
Like burdened by glorious purpose.
Yeah, it's so good, man. Oh,
so good.
It's so good.
That's why
it's like that alone is better.
The question
that alone is good enough for the one spot, but it's not like the rest of it's not. Is the thing. Like
I don't
that
know
is so good.
Season 1 to me has filler episodes. Season 2 to me does not.
To me, the only bad episode, or the only like not great episode in season 1 is the train episode.
Yeah, that's
but
awful.
Other than that, like when he like goes to like medieval times, and stuff like that, and they're catching him like in the first 1 or 2 episodes and stuff like that, and he's kind of hopping around chasing Sylvie and doing all this stuff. Like I like that season. Season 2, it's like we're just kind of we get the guy, and we're just kind of like figuring out what to do the whole time. The last like 1 or 2 episodes in season 2 are.
It's also got what's his name, KQ Kwan or something like that.
Ouroboros,
yeah. Love that guy.
Man, I think. Man. See, the thing is, I think Loki season 2, like I think that like 75% of it is just not great, whereas 25% of it is just absolute peak. Whereas I feel like Guardians is the opposite. It's like 75% of it is peak, and then 25% of it is bad.
I think for me, I like the. I just have so many. I don't like when a director dangles in front of his audience, and I've talked about this. Like, how many fake out deaths did he have in Guardians 3?
I don't know. I just
he had like 4 or 5 fake out deaths.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying. My argumentative person wants to just be like, oh, so you don't like Infinity War then because everyone's a fake out death. But that's
different.
It's stupid.
It's different.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, but
so
I assume number 1's going to Thunderbolts, right?
I don't know. That was my question. Was Thunderbolts or Loki season 2 for 1? That's where I was having a tough time.
Because for me, like
because I think Thunderbolts is great, but the high of Loki season 2, like, it really did make me be like, Loki's a top tier MCU character. Like, he's one of the best.
I didn't think. Well, I thought that. I've always thought that, but like, Loki season 2 didn't sell me. I was legitimately disappointed in season 2 until the finale. The whole time, I was like consistently disappointed in the second season until the finale.
I think for me, I talk about this a lot of times where writers write themselves into a corner. And, that thing of, I want to be in the most desperate situation possible and see how you get me out of it. And the season was basically just them burying you deeper and deeper and deeper. And you're like, how can this situation possibly be fixed? My only critique is, they fix it, but in a way that you weren't aware that could be fixed that way. But they fix it in a cool way that references something from the beginning of the MCU that, like, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, burdened by glorious
but all
purpose.
this stuff is the peak is the ending. And I don't know. This is a tough top
putting
3.
you into a tough situation. they're exhausted. It's not like because you're saying like, okay, well, what if Loki just went back and did this? Like they do that where he like literally learns everything and try to like contain the multiverse, and it still doesn't work.
This is a tough top three because I have problems with all three of these things. Like it's weird.
I do too.
But
I do too.
like to me,
I just
like I know you're so high on Thunderbolts, so that's kind of like why I assumed it was going to be one. But the thing is, like, I mean, I like Thunderbolts. I still think it's like an 8, but is an 8 better than Loki season 2 and Guardian? Like to me, the best overall like story and movie in here is Guardians 3, but like it has the worst lows of all three of those things. But in my opinion, it has the highest highs, and it's like the majority of it is highs. Whereas Thunderbolts is just like it's a consistently good the whole way. Like there's no like lows in Thunderbolts.
I think the low in Thunderbolts is Julianne Louis-Dreyfus. Her
Yeah, but
character is
I just
bad.
yeah, I don't find her that bad though. She's
I
fine.
think in my mind, I think I gave Guardians 3 like an 8, and I give Thunderbolts and Loki season 2 a 9. So that's why I'm here. Uh, if this is a situation where, I'll, you can pick between, how about like you pick between Thunderbolts and Loki season 2 of which one you'd be more comfortable putting at 1, and I'll put the other one at 3, and we can put Guardians at 2.
So you're fine with putting Guardians higher than Thunderbolts?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I wouldn't agree, but I can't put Guardians at 1.
Man, this is the toughest top three we've had so far. I remember like
Yeah,
last time with the Phase 4, like we had Loki season 1, Eternals, No Way Home, and we were ready as soon as we got it. We were fighting about the rest of it. We got to the
yeah.
top three, and we're just like, yeah,
It was just
those are the three. Like,
yeah.
man, and honestly, like, No Way Home beats all three of these.
Yes. Yeah. But I
Loki,
think
you
all
know
three
what?
of these
You know what? Loki
beat
season 2 beats the other two though.
Eternals and
Loki season 1.
yeah.
Loki season 2 beats that.
I think Thunderbolts does too.
Thunderbolt is better than Eternals and
And
Loki
I
season
think
1.
Guardians does too. Well, I might like
Yes, I
Eternals
know. I
better.
know. I do. Yeah. Well, yeah. You might, and I like Eternals, but I think I like Guardians 3 better.
I think Guardians
Man,
3 does have higher highs than Eternals, but and not that we're debating that, but
yeah. This is tough. This is tough.
this is a tough list. Listen, I think we got to put Guardians at 2. It's a
I was
good
trying
movie.
to.
It's a tearjerker. It's a very emotional movie. It really. This is another. You know what? It's kind of like how I said Loki cements. Loki season 2 puts Loki like in the top 3 characters of MCU all time. Basically, like it's him, RDJ,
Yeah.
and probably Guardians 3
Okay.
puts Rocket up
You
there.
know what? Okay, hang on. I got. I'm gonna cook here. I'm gonna cook here, as the kids are saying. So I think there's been a little bit of a recurring theme with me, and I think you've argued about it with like other people, as far as like people who like overhype moments rather than like the
Yeah.
consistency or whatever. But I don't know if you've explicitly said it, but I would assume you think I'm one of those people, which I would kind of agree with, because for me it's not. But I wouldn't label it as that. I would say like for me like the highest highs is it comes out of payoff. It's like why I like in game so much. It's like
But
why.
the build-up has to be good as well.
Yes, but if the payoff hits right, it's the best thing ever. And Loki season 2 has the moments slash payoff with that fine like and it is an MCU level payoff. It's not like a Loki show thing. It is an MCU level payoff. That's why I say it's like a top 5 scene in MCU for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put Loki at 1.
Okay.
Uh oh. But I think
If you
maybe
have to put Guardians at
it
2,
could be it could be. I might be on board with you because I like Guardians 3 more than you. Clearly, I like Guardians 3 more than Guardians 2 and 1. But you like Thunderbolts a lot. I also really like Thunderbolts. I would not be opposed to putting Thunderbolts at 2 because I think
I'm
Thunderbolts is a more consistent movie.
I guess for me, Thunderbolts also, yeah, it's a consistent movie. I think the moment of Sentry fighting himself and the laughing while he's punching himself and everything, it was just, I don't know, like between this, I'm not mad at either one of those being at 2.
You know what? You know
Me
what?
personally,
You know what?
I would
Because
put
I know
Thunderbolts, but
you don't like the scene, but like I was thinking like yeah, but you were talking about that scene, and I like that scene, but I was like, what's my favorite scene in Guardians 3? And for me, it's like it's all emotion for Guardians 3. My favorite scene is
it's all
probably
emotion.
my favorite scene is probably like when they're losing Rocket on the table, and like Chris
Well,
Pratt
that
is
was
like
in the
screaming and crying.
trailer.
Yeah, but it's still like that's like I don't care where it is. It's the best scene in the movie for me. I like that. I also like when they come in. It's like a triumphant moment where they're all just together, just beating the living crap out of the High Evolutionary. That's also really good. But like specifically, I think my favorite scene is that emotional pull. Um, uh, but like that.
I
I,
I
yeah,
think
no,
for
I'm
that
put.
scene,
I am fine. I'm gonna tell you if you don't feel good about this, you can veto it. I'm the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like I am fine with putting. Oh, that's what I was gonna say because I thought of that scene, but then I immediately also thought of the scene with Star Lord in space and how terrible that was.
that was awful,
So like
and that's what I'm talking about.
there's
The fake
several of
out
those
death.
in there. There's several in there
Yeah.
of those in there. So I am 100% fine with putting Guardians 3 at 3 and doing Thunderbolts at 2. And that being
Hey,
our like we like Thunderbolts. Like we put Eternals at 2
I
last time. We could put Thunderbolts at 2 this time. If you're
full
cool with it.
send it. Why
All
not?
right.
Full send it.
Guardians
Why not? Let's go. If this list ever gets out, they got something to roast us for. Who cares?
and
You do.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that's
Thunderbolts asterisk.
yeah. I think because that scene with Rocket on the table was in the trailer, I fully didn't expect him to die. I'll be honest though, like Chris Pratt's acting in that,
Yeah, it's good. It's
like
peak.
it started like I was starting to get teary-eyed from that
Yeah.
because of his raw emotion. It was almost that Andrew Garfield level.
You know who has become one of my favorite MCU characters who like I just did not give a crap about, but like over the course of the MCU and even a
Rocket.
lot in that movie. I mean, I like Rocket a lot. I always liked him about the same, maybe a little bit more after 3. Nebula. I really like Nebula.
Yeah.
Nebula is great. Um,
Yeah.
I I was always a little I don't know. Like I don't know if they're doing much more with the Guardians. I know that Star Lord's supposedly going to come
That's
back at
another
some
thing.
point.
The ending to me is kind of
I kind of like Nebula with him better than Gamora with him, to be honest. Not that
I
they're
do
not a thing, but I kind of
I
ship
do
them a
too.
little
That
bit.
I forgot about that where he's like looking at her and she's like, "What are you looking at?" He's like, "Nothing. Just didn't notice how dark your eyes were." And she's
Like
like, "My father removed."
Nebula needs some like love and attention. She needs someone to be nice to her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a
I
family
agree.
now, which is great, and I think that that's such a great thing for her. She's a great character. I love Nebula. All right, so we got our ranking here.
Go through them.
MCU Phase 5. We got 3 in the not watch category. We got I Am Groot, What If season 2 and 3, and then Ironheart. We did not watch those, but I'm open to watching Ironheart at some point if I get around to it. So now we got 11 left in Phase 5. So at number 11 we got Secret Invasion. At number 10 we have Echo. At number 9 we have The Marvels. At number 8 we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania. Need to fix that. At number 7 we have Brave New World, Cap 4. At number 6 we have Daredevil Born Again. At number 5 we have Agatha All Along. At number 4 we have Deadpool and Wolverine. At number 3 we have Guardians 3. At number 2 we have Thunderbolts, asterisk. And at number 1 we have Loki season 2.
Do you think we're gonna get any hate from somebody about putting Agatha over
Man, no
Daredevil?
one's gonna watch this.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk about somebody specific.
Wait. Oh, putting Agatha along over Daredevil? You're talking about our brother, right? Because
I was talking about our cousin.
oh, he's not gonna care. He doesn't like Born Again. I don't think.
I know he might be like it's not worse than Agatha,
Did he?
but also I doubt he. I don't think he did. Anyway,
I don't think he watched
um,
Agatha.
this is the
Um,
objective only right list on the internet, by the way. So
this one is, yeah.
that's just
This
how it
one.
is. Yeah.
Last week we'll revisit sometime, but yeah, there we go. That's our ranking for the MCU Phase 5. Okay. Now that we're caught up on the MCU, so we could stop doing these rankings or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I'm still working on getting some stuff set up for the screen share. The way we're doing this makes it a little difficult, but I'm gonna get it figured out and set up. So we'll have
If you
that go
guys
on for
have
soon.
ideas of things that you want us to talk about, let us know in the comments. We'll probably be cooking up something as well. But if you guys have ideas or things you want to hear,
If you think that we're stupid for not putting Ironheart at number one, let us know about that also.
yeah, I mean, maybe it's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
If you want to hear Justin talk about feet more, let us know.
FEAT.
Just
FEAT, just going out there. Okay. Well, anyway, now that that's over with, tune in next time for more Stranger Things talk, and we'll. Just kidding. This should be it for a while. Hopefully, I really hope. I hope that they don't do anything crazy over the next week. Um,
There's a secret episode.
yeah. So, all right. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us today. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know how stupid we are. I see you guys doing that, and we don't appreciate it. But, but anyway, all right, keep it up, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. This is Mask and Cow out.